Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I thank you for holding this hearing, and I must confess, when I saw the topic of the hearing, I was a little surprised, Mr. Chairman, that we would be having some of these same people come back before oversight on the very same issue. And I don't know if perhaps, Mr. Chairman, that they didn't take the suggestions that you and others had made earlier, but I'm really confused as to why we would not have addressed those. So, Mr. Sullivan, I'm going to come down to you because I know your credentials as an investigator are impeccable, and I thank you for your work. And it's my understanding that you sent a report based on the investigation to the White House. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And have you received any response from the White House regarding your report on the use of private emails?
The White House counsel has communicated with our counsel saying it was received, and the counsel's office in the White House forwarded it on to Dr. Mario Reso for his reply, and we've received Dr. Mario Reso's reply. We've had no further communication from the White House whether or not disciplinary action is planned.
But they are engaged with you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Dr. Reso, have you had discussions? Obviously, you've replied. Have you had discussions with the White House regarding this report?
Yes, I have.
So have you defended your actions?
I have tell them that we have immediately responded to the IG request and provided them with their request. We are in compliance with the rules that were passed in terms of how to use non-governmental mail that were passed by this committee.
So you've said that you've complied with this committee.
Absolutely.
Well, now I'm a little troubled with that because the chairman and Mr. Gowdy both have indicated that some of your testimony here before us is not consistent with your actions. Would you agree with that statement? That you make one statement here before us and do something else. Let me make it clearer.
I agree there is a confusion about some dates about when these things happen, but I can tell you that all the non-governmental emails that were produced by me and by staff and by 2 board members, all those emails have been transferred. For one thing, have been kept in the server and are available for
So you've given all of those to the Inspector Generals, Mr. Sullivan? Yes or no?
They are right here. They are right here. I informed to them that they have been put on the server and they are
I don't care about the server. I care about getting them to Mr. Sullivan and this committee. Do I have your commitment today that you're willing to give them to Mr. Sullivan and this committee, every one of them?
Absolutely. They are right here.
Do you understand that you violated the Federal Records Act? You violated the law. Do you understand that? By
the
using
law,
your personal email.
As far as I understand it, was passed in November 2014. Immediately that I was made aware of that law.
No, the Federal Records Act is not a 2014 initiative. Being able to keep and use your personal email, did you not know that that was illegal?
My understanding is that the Federal Records Act before 2014 was silent about non-governmental email.
Well, it was silent about you not losing your job. We have a piece of legislation that maybe we have to address that. So what do we tell the people where you've used your personal email to keep control and take advantage of those employees that are hardworking employees, some of which the ranking member has identified, some of which are reaching out to us as whistleblowers? What do we tell those employees?
Well, I disagree with your premise that the objective of using those emails was to oppress people or all the other things that you are saying that it happened.
So why would you use personal email versus your official one then? If it wasn't to hide your dialogue.
First, when I started, as I explained, out of ignorance, when I find out that this was obviously not a good way of keeping records, I stopped the practice and I start collecting everything that was developed in the Gmail.
Okay, I'm running out of time. So do I have your commitment that you will give every single email as well as the other emails that were personally to to the investigator and to this committee. Do I have your commitment today?
I already have provided that information, yes, and the information on the other people that use Gmail that I have here, I will provide too.
I thank the patience of the chair.